Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, I'm Dr. John DeMartini, and you are listening to Empowered Living.
Hi, this is Byron Katie.
Hi, this is Greg Braden.
Hi, this is Mark Hope. Hi, this is Dr. Maraboli.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Pat Basili, the host of The Dr. Pat Show.
Hi, this is Dr. John Gray, author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus.
Hi, this is Joan Borisenko. I'm author of Your Soul's Compass.
Hi, this is Dr. Richard Moss, author of The Mandala of Being.
Hi, this is Stephen Mitchell.
Hi, this is Dan Millman, author of Way of the Peaceful Warrior.
Hi, this is James Redfield, author of The Celestine Prophecy. You've tuned in to a radio show that can truly change your life. It's time to break free from the prison of your negative thoughts and release your greatest self. You're listening to Empowered Living with Steve Maraboli.
A Better Today welcomes you to Empowered Living, Life, the Truth, and Being Free with host, speaker, writer, and personal coach Steve Maraboli. In the next hour, Steve and his expert guests take you on a quest for truth and highlight philosophies and strategies that help you release your greatest self. It's time to focus on your potential instead of your limitations. Here's your host, Steve Maraboli.
Hey, welcome to Empowered Living, Life, the Truth, and Being Free. I'm your host, Steve Maraboli. It's always great to have all of you listening. Feedback's already going crazy. We have another amazing guest joining us shortly. If you'd like to participate with the show, the screen name on AOL Instant Messenger is ABT Radio Show. That's one word, ABT Radio Show. If you want to call in, you can call in 877-829-5035. I know for those of you listening on Blog Talk Radio, we don't use the Blog Talk Radio chat and we don't use the call-in number for Blog Talk Radio, only because we have listeners listening and calling in from all over the world. So feedback is at AOL Instant Messenger ABT Radio Show, and the 800 number to call in is 877-829-5035. Thank you so much for listening. A Better Today community, you made this show the most listened to internet talk radio show in the country, and you're doing it by spreading the word. So thank you, all of you. Remember, one kind gesture, one person at a time, one day at a time. That's how we take it back. That's how we stop talking about change and how we start living the change. Remember, peace, success, all that is not anything you attain. It's something you do. It's something you live. So it's time to stop talking about it, time to start being it, like Gandhi said. So remember, one kind gesture, one person at a time, one day at a time. Do something today that will just make somebody's day better. Even if you say hello, ask them how they're doing and wait to hear the response. Or you send somebody a text, say, hey, I hope you have a great day today. Something different than what you did yesterday. Go from existing to living. Participate in shaping your day. And here's the thing, participate in making someone else's day nicer. It doesn't have to be a huge thing. You don't have to be great forever. Just be great today. Squeeze the day for all it's worth, for all its miracles, for all its beauty, and then go to bed resting, and then do it again tomorrow. Listen, I want to get to the show. We only have an hour, and I'm so happy to have her back. Colette Baron Reid is an internationally acclaimed intuitive counselor with a client base spanning 29 countries. She's a highly sought-after and powerful motivational speaker, performer, and storyteller, and is a popular guest on radio and television throughout the world. She's also, as if that was enough, she's also a very popular music artist, signed to EMI Music label. She's facilitated hundreds of her popular seminars and workshops worldwide on developing intuition and the art of creating reality. We're so happy to have her back. Colette Baron Reid, welcome back to the program.
Thank you. It's exciting. I'm excited to be here. I mean, seriously, it was one of my favorite shows to be on. I was like, oh my God, they asked me back. That's so great.
Yeah, we want to have it back. We're going to work it out with your schedule and try to get you back on a regular basis. We have a lot of fun when you're on. Feedback's already going crazy. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make this mainly a feedback show. We only have an hour, and we're getting them from. I mean, I just saw one flash in front of me from Argentina. I mean, we're really getting them from everywhere. Great. I want to mention your website's ColetteBaronReid.com. It's ColetteBaronReid.com. Is Remembering the Future your most recent book?
No, Remembering the Future was my first book. Messages from Spirit
is the most recent
book
one.
That just came out. Yep, and it hit the top 10.
Of course
for
it did.
About
that book
a week.
is awesome. I read that book,
yeah.
It's about the power of oracles, omens, and signs. It was a great book, and you know what? One of the things that we love about having you on, and what our listeners do. Our listeners are very practical, and they like this. They like the spirituality without the hocus pocus.
Yeah, there's no hocus pocus. I'm
no hocus pocus. I love it, and it's practical
ideas.
No
hocus pocus with me.
So
I might talk to dead people, but you know what I'm saying. They're not like from the Sixth Sense movie show.
So let me start with my couple of questions.
Sure.
I was thinking about this show, and I wonder, did you ever get any? Because you do a lot of readings. Your wait list is probably absolutely ridiculous, but you do a lot of readings, and let me point out that they call Colette the what is it, the psychic for the psychics, kinda. I mean, you are dead on, and a lot of people in the self-help industry and the spiritual industry actually turn to Colette for clarity. So she is the real deal. But I want to know, do you ever have like a funny reading, in the sense that you know how usually you hear it's like, you know, the husband was mean to the wife for 20 years or vice versa, whatever, and after one of them dies, they go to, you know, they're intuitive, and they say, well, you know what, they understand you were upset and they forgive you. It's always something like that. You ever have one that says, you know what, you were an a-hole? You know, even after death, they come back and just say, you know what, no, I don't forgive you. You were mean. You ever had anything like that?
Okay, well, okay. So you're actually referring to mediumship, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me tell you my common experience, because it's, again, something that I call myself like more of a hybrid, because it's not what I focus on. What comes in, comes in. It's only the person in front of me that can actually confirm with credibility that I'm actually connecting to the consciousness of someone who's passed on. So, but never have I ever had the person on the other side tell me that the person living is the a-hole. What I do pick up, though, is like... But what I do pick up is the dynamic that was left behind. In other words, I'll see the abuse, I will see the what is left over, and it's so no, I never get resentment from the other side. As a matter of fact, you know, what is most common is the desire for forgiveness and more of a imagery put into my head like a movie of what they learned from the experience and how much responsibility that they take for what was left to the person living.
So is that some sort of transition on the other side? In other words...
Well, I think so. And again, you know, I've been a very skeptical medium. So, you know, I'm like, for years I wouldn't even say I was one. I'm like, oh, I'm just really good at intuitive work because I can pick up the names of the dead grandfather and what happened and where they lived and what they ate for breakfast. But really, you know, I really do believe that there is a form of transition, and where there's a period where we all, and I'm assuming that's going to happen to all of us, because I mean, the clarity and detail that I pick up from those people about what happened is too detailed to make up, and it's also the remorse is usually very obvious, but it's not just I'm sorry, it's this is what I did to you. And this is what I know. Like, I'll give you an example. The other day I had a reading, and a lady, I picked up her first husband, who was an alcoholic. I picked up his name. I knew he died in a truck accident, blah, 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 blah. But mostly I picked up that his father, who she had never met, who had died well before she met him, I named him. I picked up where he lived. He was a welder and all this stuff. And I saw that he was the one reaching out, because I didn't connect to her ex-husband. I connected to him, that father-in-law, who said to her it was the ancestry that created the monster in the husband, right? And he took responsibility for it. It was so moving. So, you know, I'm still waiting. Maybe I'll get somebody that says, "Listen, you're a piece of caca." Like, you know,
I'm curious about it. Like, do you retain?
I'm going to haunt you, and I'm going to put poop in your house.
Yeah.